So they took maybe 20 bucks and an old watch? Mr. Manson, did you even take a swing?
No.
Could have taken her, Dad.
Bob, it's a pleasure talking to you, and congratulations on the film. I guess there's a good story behind you bringing the story to the producer and director, so tell us a bit more about it.
Yeah, there is a story behind Nobody, and it comes from my personal life. We had a break-in in my home, very minor altercation, but still something that resonated through our family life for years. And it left me with a lot of strong feelings of frustration and anger, and a wish to fight back. So that was the kernel of the character and the story that Derek Kolstad, who wrote John Wick, turned into the movie Nobody. Everybody get to the basement.
What is happening?
Don't call 911.
Congratulations on being in this film. It is quite unusual in a very fun and endearing way. So what did you think, first of all, when you got the script and took on the project?
Well, first of all, I'm a big fan of John Wick, the whole John Wick series, and I love the premise of taking somebody who feels like a nobody. And for a moment, imagine what's it like if you actually could connect with something that would take you out of this feeling of impotence, this feeling of having no power in your life at all.
The last guy anyone wants to see at their door. Because it meant you didn't have long to live.
Is there a physical challenge to him, or more of a mental challenge to him because of everything that's going on in his head?
The challenge was physical. I trained for 2 years to do my own fighting. I wanted to do my own fighting in this. I like to see the person who's playing the character go through the experience of the fight sequence. Playing it without irony was maybe an even bigger challenge. I love the Die Hard films, but in those movies, John McClane is kind of a smart aleck and he's making fun of himself. But in my movie, I wanted to be utterly earnest and suffer and fight and need what I needed and not be sure I was going to get it.
You look like shit, Dad.
You should see the other guys.
How would you describe her? She's the alpha female.
Yeah, it's sort of like, I think a lot of guys, as women have progressed in their careers, have had to make way for a different story in their lives. And I think that that's just something that I love, that they based the character on something that I think a lot of people experience.
When you left, you abandoned a certain debt that needs repayment. And your creditor is aware of your resurrection.
What's exciting about him as a character is the, multi-layers that we discover throughout the film. How much of an enjoyment is it to play a character like that has so many facets, that kind of, stretches your own acting exercise?
To me, it's the greatest thing about acting is to play a character with depth and sort of backstory that's contradictory maybe to how they're presented. So you get to unpeel that onion over time.
Me? I'm nobody.